How's it going, everybody? I'm kicking back in my chair for this one. Previous ones I was stressing a little bit more, but maybe I might be getting a little bit more comfortable with this. I'm not too sure. I don't really know yet. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about what was I gonna I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Being different from everybody. I don't some things right off the dome piece before I get all philosophical and such is that I think that forced diversity is not diversity in terms of ideas or if you try to be different, you're not actually being different, you're just being stupid. That also alludes to, you should just be yourself. Excuse me. I have a little bit of experience on that front. All of my cousins, I have a very close family. I'm very close with my cousins and my brother. I'm very fortunate for that, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I've also been one to be different from all of them in my interests and in what I like to do, where I go to school, and what I study. All of my cousins have went to the same college. They've studied either finance or something health related, and I have not. I'm in a good engineering school where I'm succeeding and will be taking up a job in my major very shortly. But that's besides the point. It's not a time to flex, Stay in school and do good. Do good. What it is a time for is to talk about why being different is okay and to not have to conform to anybody or think that you need to hide what you enjoy doing. I'm the only one out of my cousins or really my family to be interested in music. I absolutely love music production, and literally everything about it. Everything about music and all that stuff I absolutely love. If you guys have watched a couple of my other videos, you might have heard me touch on it. Just how much I enjoy music and all that stuff. But none of my cousins play instruments. None of them care to want to learn. None of them really care at all. But I do it because I enjoy doing it. I love making music, and I continue to make it because I love it. A lot of the stuff that I make is for myself, and I think that that's the way that it should be. Is the things that we create should primarily be for ourselves, because if we don't love it, how can anybody else love it? And you might also be thinking, well, didn't he say that, if you're trying to be different, you're not actually being different? Well, let me explain that. When you try to be different for the sake of being different, you're not yourself anymore. It's one thing to try new things or try to pick up new hobbies or whatever, but if you're only picking up things to please other people or try to feel included, you may fall in love with it, and it may truly be something that you enjoy doing, but I think that starting point in general of, hey, I'm doing this because I want to do it for myself, is way more important. It gives you a better ground to stand upon, where you're not doing something to please anybody, or you're not trying to get anybody's attention. You're not picking up snowboarding because it gets the hot shotties, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna pick up snowboarding because you think that it's super sick, and you want to learn how to do 180s and cool stuff like that, that's why you should try to pick something else up that's different from what you're already doing. People pleasing is a virus, dude. Maybe I say that word too much, but there's a lot of things that could be very detrimental to a lot of people, and I think that comparing and being a people pleaser are two things that are really bad. Because then you start to compare yourself to people, or you care more about yourself, your outward image than actually what and who you are. And I think that just creates issues. It creates lots of problems that you wouldn't otherwise have. And sometimes you're just gonna have to be different, and that's okay. That is okay. I've always liked what I've liked, and I've never really switched up for anybody, and I've never stopped liking what I've liked. Ugh, can't believe I missed that jump. I've never stopped what I've enjoyed doing because other people don't like it. I've either stopped because I simply don't enjoy it anymore, or I grew tired. I grew tired of it. You know. I'm starting to realize just how much in kind of these two things go hand in hand. Of, you know, pleasing people and in being different. You know, I don't want to live in a world where everybody is the same. I want to live in a world where people think differently. People have different interests and are not afraid to voice them. I want to be living in a world where people are willing to share the things that they love and have fun with it, you know? Like, if you're not doing something that's detrimental to yourself or other people, and it's not fucking weird, like, you know what I'm talking about. Don't do fucking weird shit. Don't do weird stuff. But your weird is different than my weird. But they're definitely an objective weird. Let's be real, guys. Anyway, I try every day to just be myself. Have fun with it. And sometimes it gets lonely. You know, while I'm at school, I really don't have that many friends while I'm at school. And sometimes it can be difficult. A lot of the times it can be difficult. But I'm also okay with that. Maybe I'll do a video on being alone and why it's not bad. It's actually a good idea. Maybe that'll be the next video, who knows. You know, it's not always bad. It's something you have to get used to, but it's also a skill. It's a skill to be able to do that. And, you know, usually when you start things, when you start something new, you're going to feel lonely, especially if you're not doing it with one of your friends. You know, you're not doing it as a group, you're doing it by yourself. There's going to be a lot of times where you feel like that. It's also not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. I encourage all you guys to kind of get on your feet and try something new, or kind of just don't be afraid to be different in that front. Do some cool shit, you know? Do something that not a lot of people do. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know a better way to say it than just freaking do it, yo. Like, you just gotta do it. It's honestly probably like the most like boyish way of saying that, but I don't really care. If I cared, then I wouldn't be making these videos, because if I cared about sounding like an idiot, I wouldn't be making these videos, because they are going to be rambly as hell. They're not going to make any sense, but you know, I'm gonna make them because I enjoy making videos. So I said that I was going to finish this house last episode, and turns out I'm essentially going to be finishing it this episode. Well, at least the main shape of the roof. I did have to adjust it a little bit in the front, extend this a little bit more, but I think that looks pretty good. It's different, that's for sure. Oh, I see a thing that I missed. It's different for sure. I'll fix that later. That's not really what I'm worried about. That looks pretty cool. Kind of goes along with all this. Maybe I can kind of hollow this out, make something here too. But be different, boys. Be different. Don't be afraid to be different. And I don't know. Go kick some ass or some shit. As always, this is a dialogue. Make sure you let me know what you think. And I will see all you boys later. Deuces.